Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look at the Bitcoin market. To be honest guys, not many things to comment, especially intraday charts, but in general I would like to attract your attention to a couple of moments. First of all, we're waiting for CPI numbers this week, and if you'll take a look at the short-term interest rates of the treasury bills on 6-month bills, for example, you will see that investors in general anticipating rising of the CPI. So even in a Reuters poll that usually conservative shows that market expect to jump on a 0.5% on the month-on-month basis. So this is really significant. Some indirect signs tells that jump might be even stronger if it will not be, let's call it as adjusted by the statistical authorities. So we will see. But in general, anticipation is expectations that inflation should rise, and its numbers should be higher. This is first moment. On the background of all this stuff, you could see what's going on the long-term charts. First of all, if we'll take a look at the monthly chart on the Bitcoin market, we do not see any attempts to return back. So we see the collapse. Market stands near the lows of the previous half of the year probably, and it shows no attempt to go higher. So this looks really bearish, and price action also stands below the yearly pivot point. If you will take a look at the United States Treasury yield, this is 10-year yield, this is monthly chart. Here you have the same performance but in opposite direction. So let's take a look. If market indeed would be bullish in terms of the price, this is yield, as you know, the price and yield moves in the opposite direction. When yield is rising, price is dropping. So I'm speaking about in terms of the price. So we suggest that if market really bullish and suggest the rising of the price or dropping of the yield, here is logical to suggest the wash and rinse, right? So market should show wash and rinse, grab the stops above this area and start downward action. Let's take a look what really is going on. Market has formed the wash and rinse, shows minor pullback, and in September, yield is keep rising. So market shows no significant step out from the top. It's just returning back. This is bullish for the yield. This yield should keep rising, and bearish for the bonds, for the price. And if you remember, we have drawn this actually arrow and this chart we have prepared a few months ago, and we said that yield probably will keep going higher to the 5% level. On this new CPI that we will get this week, it might be some attempt to really significant breakout on the yield chart of the 10-year bonds. So this is potentially a bearish sign for the Bitcoin, and it suggests that downside challenge might happen really soon. Because this one is actually it's not the way how usually bearish market behaves. So this is some kind of the pressing of the price to the upside, the quotes to the upside, and this is not the typical performance of the bearish market. So on the lower time frame, on the daily chart, for example, you could see what's going on here. So market has shown the pullback last week. If you remember, right on this pullback, the coal market was rising. But take a look at the price right now, and yield is returning right back up. So it's returning back to the top. So this is not a good sign for the Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin, on the weekly chart, you could see the market stays stubborn around the lows, and just lays upon the conference support. Last week was inside week for this, for the previous week. It's also bearish sign. Weekly trend also stands bearish. It means that on the lower time frame, we actually keep everything in place. So we have the clear bearish dynamic pressure rising on the trend and by the MACD and downside action on the price. If you even will take a look that briefly on the news that right now exist on the market, take a look what we have for bearish break. Key indicators suggest a trading case for the bearish break. Volume on exchange falls to lowest level. So we do not see any positive sentiment right there. So that's why we keep intact our suggestion that we have to probably should get the challenge of these lows and downside spike. Whether it will be long term, this market will just remain there and keep going lower, or it will be just drop to the 2470 and maybe sharp return back. We do not know. But the fact that market should touch 2450, 2470 area, this is our primary scenario. Probably in a way, in a way of this butterfly pattern. On the lower time frame, it's actually not many things to comment. You can see the same sideways action. Here you could find maybe some minor patterns in place. The MACD giving this minor grabber. It suggests a downward continuation here, some drop here. But well, you could see it before. It's indeed market is forming some minor action, but now it looks like just some fluctuations around the current level, so without any significant idea. So this market just stands flat and waiting for some news. So we've got European Central Bank meeting on Thursday. We will get CPI retail sales. Also we'll get sentiment in Germany. Hardly European news will make a significant impact on the Bitcoin market, mostly waiting for inflation. And currently, at least as it anticipated on the market, well, chance that some positive news for Bitcoin looks not very significant. So that's why in the current circumstances, if you have short positions, you probably could keep them. We are not considering taking any new long position on the big round that we have. In general, if you take a look at the daily chart, the major pattern that we have here is big engulfing pattern that suggests some type of the ABCD pattern to the downside. So downward action might be even stronger than 2470, 2450. This is our conservative target. So that's what we intend to keep an eye on. Now let's see what will happen.